Hello, everyone. We are here for what is surely going to be an exciting final week of the K12 Esports League Fortnite competition. We're riding on the battle bus right now for what is one of our final two games of the season, wrapping up all of the fall season of the K12 Esports League. How are you doing today, Robbie?
Oh, I'm doing super well. Thank you for asking. I'm just so hyped that we have made it through the fall season. This is our last official day of competition for this fall season 2024. We're ending with Fortnite. Um, oh my gosh, is that all these players dropping in the same place right now?
Seems like a lot of them indeed. Many players seeming to be dropping at the Demon Dojo. I think is one of the POIs with the boss, so it seems like a lot of players are going to be going for that. Um, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy start right out the gate here.
Yeah, one of the members of this trio already eliminated, so they're going to have to play for that reboot card to be able to get them back for what is surely going to be a very exciting game. But if we look over here, we have one of the Wava squads in a fight.
Yeah, Madman already only at 30 HP does get a mini pot from their teammates, so they'll be feeling a little bit better, closer to that 100 point HP range where I usually feel pretty comfortable. But it does look like we have this Wava team, and that is our Vava, the People's team over there, that did have a player drop very early.
Yeah, 100%. And it looks like they actually might be pushing a little bit because Madman's health seems to most definitely be dropping.
But Madman did find another set of mini pots, so 50 shield right now, 30 HP. They're feeling okay. Of course, not great. If you look at the bottom left there, YouTube Mobile Man sitting at 200 HP. We love to see that. But only one player went down so far in the start here at what I believe is the Demon's Dojo, and so. I thought it was gonna be a crazier matchup or start here and fight, but only one player going down so far, which is very good for this Vava, the People squad, as we do see that Depop Cat Gamer, Depop I'm gonna call you, did rotate out, which was very smart of them to do. But Johnny Viva and NCVA squad pulling up on them, taking them down. Very interesting to see here that both one of our Wava squads and the NCVA squad did land by Demon's Dojo. These are two teams that I always expect to make it to the end circle, and so if one of the teams, excuse me, takes each other out very early here, that will be a crazy thing to see.
Yeah, if you remember from last week, they were one of the most aggressive teams around the map, just playing for as many eliminations as possible. Or not last week, but the week before that, excuse me. And it seems like we have 4 players currently eliminated from the game, and we'll take a look at this squad number 15 now, as they are on the map, very close to this other squad we were just checking out as well.
Yes, and Beanie Baby and their squad, they are our K12 PEA clown show. And when you were looking at the leaderboard, unfortunately, it does look like Arva is down 2 players right now, Billionaire and Def Blitz, meaning that Lilo and Stitch somewhere across the map is the lone player up for Arva. Hopefully they have some reboot cards and will be able to bring their teammates back. But getting into the action on screen here again, it's this NCVA squad that has pulled up on this K12 PEA clown show team. And we'll see how this kind of plays out here. I do think that NCVA this week is going to be looking to really push the envelope and get as many eliminations as possible, climb back up our season and our playoffs leaderboards to grab a top 3 spot.
Yeah, 100%. Just staring them down right now, knowing they're likely behind that steel wall right there. So we will see. As this fight progresses, who's able to take what I'm sure will probably be an entire squad wipe or trio wipe in the case of this team, only have 3 players.
And it's very interesting here to see this kind of play out, because Johnny and the other 2 players were on the other side. So it was kind of like a collapse 2 players from this NCVA squad went on the flank, and then Johnny V Buck, I believe, was standing on the other side of the steel wall. They do end up going in and taking out the K12 PA Clown Show. I believe our first squad to fully drop here in this one, but um,
Yeah, unfortunately, just finding
fortunately,
themselves
yeah.
just in a that, like you said, tight situation, just fully surrounded by the other trio, with really nowhere to run and no option other than to fight.
Yes, and now that I was gonna say now that we have less action on screen, but we are going right over to another fight. We have the other Wobble squad here: Jax, Fat Chair Bam, Fat Bear, Jam, Rocks, and Exos pulling up on Soupsy, C Went, and their squad. If you guys have been watching the action thus far, we know that this squad with Jax is absolutely insane. They really like to push the envelope, even more than most teams that we do have in our K12 Esports League, always going for as many eliminations as possible.
Yeah, it seems like just a lot of action around the map right now. 11 players already eliminated from this, 2 squads fully eliminated from the first game, which is surely not what you want to be seeing happening early on with placements being so valuable. We have Soupsy of this squad seeming to concede the fight and rotate away from this powerful squad, which we've seen on all of our stream matches so far. Tends to find a lot of the eliminations throughout the games and is definitely one of the favorites to take home the championship.
Yes, and I like that play from Soupsy of the Vava Game Beasts, deciding to kind of rotate out and leave this fight. That was smart for them to get as many eliminations, or I'm sorry, placement points as possible. But here we have our other Wava squad taking down a player from our OOS Yetis team. And they have right now 4 eliminations total, and we just started this one. Make that 5 eliminations total.
Yeah, crazy. Our third squad just was fully eliminated with Billy Bob Gaming dropping and leading to their squad being eliminated from the game. So off to an early start today. Usually, like I said, and like we've seen, is a lot of players play conservatively towards the end to get those placement points, but only 2 circles into the game so far and 3 squads eliminated and 15 players in total. So pretty crazy to see.
Very crazy to see indeed. And now that we have not a lot of action on screen here, I want to talk real quickly on this season for Fortnite, and today specifically. We do have our top 15 teams from the regular season battling it out here. The end circles are going to be absolutely nuts, and after today, based on their placements, based on their eliminations, we will be crowning a champion for the K12 Esports League Fall 2024 season in both our Varsity Fortnite lobbies, which we're seeing on stream now, and our Fortnite Open lobbies, which do happen off stream.
Yeah, 100%. And it looks like we barely missed it on stream, but I believe this squad just eliminated another squad as well. So, like we've said, tons of action all around the map already with no signs of stopping.
Absolutely no signs of stopping. I do 100% agree with that. Now we are on board with our IQLA squad. IQ Los Angeles, we have not seen too much of them on stream, so I'm super glad that we are actually seeing a full squad of 4 of them today. So Mr. Meow, the Yummers, AJ Plays, and Pink War Hero. Right now, they are still just continuing to loot up. It looks like they have not seen any action thus far this game, which I'm sure they're totally okay with at this point, as placement points are super pivotal to their placement on the playoff standings here. So as I look at these players from IQLA, look at their HP and their loadouts, it looks like they're feeling pretty well. They should be able to feel pretty confident taking on a fight. But as we see, if you go down to I'm Morgie there at the bottom, or this Wava squad, there is another fight going on, and it does look like that this Wava team did take out most of our OOS Yetis squad already. I believe Morgan, the only player up for that squad still, and they do not seem to be in this area. So did rotate out. Hopefully they got some reboot cards, can bring their teammates back into this one. But this Wava squad here with Brox, Exos, Fat Bear, and Jax still just pushing the envelope so much. They do have a total of 7 eliminations in this one already. And somewhere else across the map, we do have Cryptic and their squad in another fight as well. This is our K12 PEA biggest birds team, and they are in a fight, and it looks like they will win that one. Fully taken out what I do believe is the Kava team. So what a big win there for the K12 PEA biggest birds squad. Our Kava team is incredible. Always pushing the envelope as well, having a lot of eliminations, making it to those final circles, but they are out what seems to be pretty early here in this one today, Cameron.
Yeah, that is a huge elimination. This Kava squad has been an absolute machine throughout the playoffs so far. I believe they either got first or second in one of the first matches on the playoffs, but it looks like we have another fight going around the map, so we're going to have to tap into that as fast as possible to see what's going on.
Yes, and we are on board with this Wava squad, who has 1 player down already, and they are in a fight against NCVA, which makes complete sense. The circle is closing. This fight's going to happen very, very fast. We got Kane building up very, very quickly here. Gonna rotate out, use those ender pearls, as me and Cameron are calling them, to get into the zone. But Madman down once again, and this NCVA squad is shooting very straight today.
Yeah, and it looks like I think there might have been a third party there. Not entirely sure, but I think there were 3 teams at once. But surprisingly enough, not too much of a crazy action. This squad sort of able to survive and rotate into the storm. It seems like the other squads themselves might have made that decision to rotate just a little bit earlier. And if you see them taking that position over there inside the storm, probably trying to catch the rotation because they know this other squad will have to come their way eventually.
And you are absolutely right. There was a third party there. We have 3 teams here. Exos pushing up quick on Johnny Goldspaz. And we'll see how this play and this fight does end up finishing. Exos and Jack really pushing quick here on Johnny. Johnny in a very sticky situation. They will go down.
Oh no.
And that will be another elimination for this squad here with a total of 6, 8, 9 eliminations once again.
Yeah, it seems like the other squad just found themselves a little bit stuck in the car. And we're kind of easy picking, so definitely unfortunate situation for them. Not the worst place in the world, finishing 10th in this game out of 15. But
definitely not, and I don't think that was a full squad elimination as well, because Johnny did get knocked before getting eliminated fully. So I have a feeling that there is one NCVA player that did make it out. But here's Exos using those ender pearls very, very well to rotate up to these islands super fast. Didn't even know you could do that. So learning something new every day here at the K12 Esports League.
Yeah, rotating to this island, which is a very valuable, I'm sure, place to be. If you see that boss there in the center, I believe that boss, from my knowledge from TikTok and watching Fortnite TikToks, drops a big katana which you could use, but it seems like they're not choosing to go for that and instead trying to pick off these eliminations, and they get one knock of another squad rotating towards the island. So pushing up now is Rox onto this team down across the mountain, which is another powerful squad as well, if I recall. But it seems like we might have some action back over here. Yeah, tons of action around the map right now as this squad is getting pushed as well.
At Bear Jam knocked really, really low there, where they did have the high ground advantage. So this K12 PEA squad pushing the envelope here on this Wava team. And this is going to be a fight and sneaky here. Bat Bear again knocked very, very, very low.
Yeah, a huge build battle we have going on right now. If you just take a look at the amount of height we're seeing with Cryptic Phoenix pushing up, but finds themselves in a 1v2 and is knocked. So no elimination yet, but crazy fight around the map right now. And Jose knocked down there as well, so it seems like their squad is not looking in the best spot. But if we take a look over...
Not looking in the best spot.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Somehow, our friend the boss over here was triggered and is trying to attack the buildings all the way over here, but just barely missing. I just noticed that. I thought it was kind of funny. But tons of action right now. We are at just around the halfway point of the circles closing in, and let's take another look at this Wobble Squad as they look to rotate around the map. Seems like they might shortly approach this other squad, whether they know it or not. Mobile Man sort of taking point and pushing up the furthest. They're finding themselves very close to this orange squad over here. Let's take a look. It seems like they are just deciding to camp in a bush. So interesting strategy there. Playing for the placement, chilling, emoting with each other, having a good time, but smartly enough, the Wobble team checks the bush, and we now have another fight going on.
And this is our Idaho squad that was just hanging out, playing for these placement points. It is going to be an interesting fight here that does happen between these two teams, especially as the zone is going to close basically right on the edge of where they are fighting. However, you know, full teams of 4 here. Anything could happen in this fight.
Yeah, this Wava team not in the best spot, though. If you see, the circle just closed in, and where they were sort of setting up their own buildings and defenses is in the storm, so they're slowly but surely taking that storm damage. So this Idaho team in a pretty good spot can play controlled and just wait for the rotation or movement.
Yeah, they're feeling good in zone. Mobile Man and Gary right now taking tick damage. I know it's not a lot at this point, but it's not something you definitely want to be doing.
And again, the circle rotating again. So now the Wava squad seems to find themselves sort of first to push into the storm, and both teams just kind of running right now. But what a crazy fight. And look, more teams up ahead. This is just action on action, Robbie.
Action on action indeed. As this storm is getting smaller and smaller, we're going to see this happen so much. 22 players left, 7 squads remaining, and we do see right now Kane pulling up on this very split kind of team battle right now. There's 3 different teams here. We have our OHBA squad on screen right now. Liam Silly, the lone player for their team, gonna do what they can to survive for as long as possible here, as they are the lone player, and they are surrounded by what it looks like 3 other squads. Kane dropped very low there.
Oh, and knocked, actually hit out of the air.
Yep.
Just crazy action right now around the map.
So many players right here in this little area. Liam Silly,
Still
are you going to be
living.
able to make it out of this storm? They are not, unfortunately. That is the OH3A squad going out at I do believe the 6th place spot here on this one. So still, I think for OH3A surviving very long, doing a great job there. We do have 5 teams remaining. Looks like 2 teams of 3, 1 team of 1, and a couple teams of 4. I think 4 squads left now actually here on this one. On board with our NCVA squad, who was in such a sticky situation earlier, is a full squad of 3 now, feeling very strong. 5 eliminations total, and they run right to this other squad here.
No way.
Oh my goodness, this is our Lava squad, who got found out in the bush, but are getting third party there by Jax. Unfortunately for NCBA, that is not what they wanted to see. They wanted to get those eliminations, but they all were taken by Jax there.
Yeah, and
And I
only
think this
2
is
squads remain.
yeah, I was gonna say a 4v3 here. Our WAV team that has been going crazy this time, this whole playoffs, and our NCCVA squad. Even though they're only a team of 3, I know for a fact that they can pull this out. We'll just have to see how this does play out here, as the
Yeah.
zone is not even that small quite yet, but it does look like Wava knocking 2 players are looking to set to take this game number 1 here today. Pretty Princess dropped very low, and Rocks will end out taking the final elimination. GG's to everyone there. We do see our WAB squad getting first place in this one with a total of 29
29
eliminations.
elims, yeah, crazy
Nuts.
amount with the first place finish. You know, that win alone might be enough to secure them the championship with how they've done in the rest of playoffs. But what a crazy game. So many exciting moments. We had like a Pokemon moment where the car drove through the tall grass and found a whole squad, and then just a crazy brawl at the end. But what a game we had indeed, and it's sure gonna be exciting again when the next game starts here in just a moment. So we're gonna take it to a break real quick and be back in about 10-12 minutes for another game.
See y'all then.
Hello, everyone. We are back for our final game of the K12 Esports League Fall 2024 season. It is sure to be an absolute banger of a game. I'm very excited for it, and we will see what is about to go on. I'm sure it's going to be very exciting. I'm excited. Are you excited, Robbie?
Oh, I'm hyped. Let's do this final game here for the Varsity Fortnite Fall 2024 season at the K12 Esports League. We are on board with our OHVA squad, Underland Avatar, Mandy Shorty Hope, and Liam Silly. This, like I just said, is our final game of the season. After this one is done, points will be calculated, and we will be crowning a champion here for the Varsity Fortnite League. Off stream, of course, happening right now are our open lobby, so a winner will be crowned there as well. But uh, back to this game here that we have on stream. This is again the final one of our season. Very excited to be bringing this action to y'all. We're gonna see how it does end up breaking down. And Underland Avatar there did not finish popping their mini pot. They probably are waiting to see if they can get a big pot before popping that. But uh, for now, our Wava 1 team did end up taking that game number 1 we saw about 15, 20 minutes ago. GG's to them. We'll see if they come out on fire once again. And then there are very, very tight points and standings on our playoff leaderboard at the current moment. A lot of teams fighting to make the top 3 spots. So this is going to be a banger of a matchup. It being the very final game, there's going to be some teams that are going to be playing a little bit different. I'm assuming playing for those placement points, and I think that this final circle here, this final circle of the fall season, is going to be absolutely nuts.
Yeah, and Underland Avatar taking some fire from some of the other teams around this area as they rotate around the map. RNG Mr. Llama up on the hill, taking some shots, not quite able to find the damage. All these players still looting up though, for what I'm sure is going to be another exciting end game. And we already have our first knock of the game with Pretty Princess 7 knocking Jose. So the action's already begun.
Oh, and that is a crazy fight to be starting already. That's our NCVA squad and our K12 PEA Biggest Bird squad. Both of them, again, vying for a top spot, in our top 3. So if one of those squads does eliminate the other squad, that's going to have crazy implications on our playoff leaderboard standings.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe there's a chance that teams decided to switch up their drop points this game and drop on some of the teams with more points than others to try and get those early eliminations, sort of as like a Hail Mary play to stop them from getting points and just to try and make a big switch up.
Yes, and right now we are on board with our Arva squad, Lilo and Stitch Billionaire, and I do believe that last player is Death Blitz. Unfortunately, they got landed on by this Wava 1 team, and so 2 players from this Arva squad are down already. Death Blitz trying to get away here at this point, gonna rotate out. At this point in the game, I do not believe that Wava will have any sort of crazy rotation mechanics, so Death Blitz should hopefully be able to get out of dodge for themselves. Probably stick around close to the area, rotate back for those reboot cards, and potentially get their teammates back into it. But again, this Wava 1 squad, starting off hot, was able to drop and find 2 eliminations. And 3 of those players are rotating, looking to see if they can't find Death Blitz. But Death Blitz had the car, so they should be safe, I'm thinking. And of course, as I say that, Wava does find 2 cars for themselves. So this Wava 1 team not stopping any of their previous kind of strategies, going for gold here, gonna be rotating as quick as they can, and it does look like there's another fight going around the map. If you go on to Evil Chickens, I saw them get chunked. Yep.
Yeah, 100%. And it did seem like Billionaire was found and eliminated, so. but not quite seeing where they took the shots from. I did see the damage as well, but it must have been an NPC or something, because this squad is on the move now again. So let's continue to take a look around the map to see what the rest of the squads are up to as we take a look at what I believe is this Kava squad. Most of the teams this game starting off a little bit slower than last game, it seems, taking their time to get more resources, probably realizing this is their last shot at the championship, so making sure they have the best loadouts possible for themselves, the best and most amount of materials just for that late game. But another fight around the map right now, and let's take a look at what's going on.
Once again, this Wava 1 squad did pull up onto another team, and I think that this team here just plays so well together that their team play is crazy, their editing is crazy, and they shoot really straight. And so any team that they do end up pulling up on is gonna have a tough, intense fight ahead of them. And so it does look like they either eliminated that squad fully, or there's one player left. I think I did see Soupsy from our Baba Game Beasts on the map still, but potentially I did miss that they got eliminated fully.
Let's take a look right now, and they were eliminated.
Oh, and they did. They were. So that is the Baba Game Beasts dropping as well. Deflitz did make it out from the Arbor squad, which is great to see. So 2 squads fully eliminated here thus far in this final lobby. 43 players left here. Let's get on board with our squad number 5 there, if you don't mind. Beanie Baby, Doom Duck, Insomniac, and Mad Zyme.
Oh.
This once again. Oh, go ahead. 3 teams.
Say, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is 3 teams at this POI right now, so you might have picked the number 1 spot for action as Beanie Baby takes some damage there from one of the other squads.
Yes, and this is the squad that we are spectating now is our K12 PEA Clown Show. I do see Kava on the map as well, and then that final squad is Vava the People. So 3 teams here. There may be some crazy action, or potentially one of these teams is going to rotate out. We'll just have to see how that actually kind of plays out here. As Man City Spooky does knock the pot, Onet knocks Vortec. Kava going a little bit crazy. Better Rhoda down as well. That will be Vava the People eliminated here in this final game by this Kava squad.
Yeah, and remember, the pressure is on for this Kava squad this game, with them being eliminated relatively early last game with minimal points on the board. They're going to want to find those eliminations and the high placement this game if they are to have any chance at the championship. But we'll see as the rest of this game unfolds, as we have just a ton of fighting going on around this area of the map right now.
Yeah, there's so many people, and up on this bridge is our lobby team. Its average knocked really low here at 25 HP. Only a 1-tick storm, so they should be feeling okay in the storm right now. But all things considered, they need to find a place to heal up. And Lavka did make it to top 3 last game. They're gonna be looking to replicate that once again, but this here is a fight for the ages. Lavka versus Kava, both of them 5 HP, very close to the top of the leaderboard here. So one of these teams eliminating the other is going to have huge implications on our playoff standings. We'll have to see if Kava does continue pressing the envelope here, or if one of these teams does rotate out. But it looks like Kava wants this squad fight. Its Cavern does take a nice shotgun shot though, but right before they build that wall.
Yeah, 100%. This has been crazy. From what looked like the start of a slow game, it's just been non-stop action with these 3 squads that are right on top of each other. So we'll see, because this is looking to be a crazy fight. It's average knocked already.
Yeah, average will be going down here. And we do have a 3rd squad rotating in from the storm here. So a 3rd party potential coming out. Is Cavern also knocked down? Gaming Boy, you are in a tough spot here. Yeah. Kava with their foot on the gas pedal and ending up able to take out this Lavka squad here pretty early. Lavka, fortunately, though, did get top 3 last game, so they'll be feeling okay, and that was huge there for Kava.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Let's take a look and see what is going on around this map. We have, it seems like Demon's Dojo, one of the places a lot of squads have dropped, is where the final circle may land. But, crazy gameplay so far with all these fights. Look at all the players that have unfortunately been eliminated. Still, 2 solos I see alive around the map right now. And obviously they're going to try to do their best to make it out. Let's check in on Doomduck, one of the 2 solos, to see what they're doing. And it seems like they're going for the car strategy, which is just a lot of movement around the map and try not to get found out. But RNG Mr. Llama knocked, so let's take a look to see who they're in a duel with right now.
Yes, this is our Idaho squad in a duel against our K12 PEA biggest bird squad. In my opinion, from what I know of these 2 teams, they are pretty evenly matched. This is going to be a crazy fight here, but since Idaho is already down 2 players, K12 PEA is going to push the envelope and be able to fully eliminate that squad there. Cryptic Phoenix with some really, really great shots. Cryptic, Striker, Kura, and Jose totaling 4 eliminations here thus far in this game.
Yeah, 100%. Finding those key eliminations, getting the elimination there early and relatively, smoothly, because as you see, the storm, although it is slow as it's an earlier circle, was closing in. So you don't want to stay too long, otherwise you're going to be taking that storm damage and need to find more heals. But it looks like, from taking a look at Striker's inventory right now, they have a ton of heals. They have that little Pokemon-looking blue guy that gives shields, 3 medkits, and they are stacked. And all of these players having, or half of them at least, having teleportation. But this squad definitely has a lot of materials to last long into the game. But more fighting around the map, so let's take a look at what's going on. Oh, wow.
Lots of players did end up going down here.
Just crazy action and fighting. It seems like a squad was just eliminated here, and as we look again, just eliminations on eliminations. We are going crazy this game, and it seems like this Wava team is about to have a little interaction with the Kava team potentially, which could get crazy, as these are some of our better performing teams thus far in the playoffs. With this being a very critical fight for this Kava team, based on the last game.
Absolutely. It does look like the Kava team is rotating. Just going to try and find their space in the zone, which I think is a very, very smart play at this point in time.
Yeah, 100%. Not a bad play at all. Get some high ground. Get yourself positioned early in the storm. Let's see. It seems like they do see this squad over here, which is Johnny V-Buck, Johnny Goldspass, and Pretty Princess 7. So they're now put in a situation where they have to be on the run. And it seems like, as we are later into the game, a lot of players are converging on this island, as we see another squad there as well. And Cryptic Phoenix 11 might have been found out early.
Really good shots here from Johnny. They will knock Cryptic, and that is a crazy, crazy play there from Johnny, in my opinion here. And for whatever reason, NCVA, who is Johnny's team, is split up. I don't see any of their teammates together with them. Pretty Princess taking down Bat Bear Jam, which is one of the Wava 1 players. So just crazy things happening around the map here for this NCVA team. What a crazy, insane strategy to pull out at the final game of our fall season here for Varsity Fortnite for this NCVA squad. But for now, it does seem to be working out for them.
Yeah, sometimes.
Can we take a look at the leaderboard and see if Johnny is up? I'm sorry, Goldspaz. Nope.
No, most definitely
is eliminated. Looks like so did Pretty Princess did just go down as well. So Johnny, the lone player up here for this NCVA team, gonna be a tough task to survive here, as they are solo, and they are getting pushed by this Kava team, who I'm saying it about a lot of our teams, but everyone in the K12 Esports League, especially at the varsity level, shoots pretty straight, and Kava Elite Nate will end up taking out NCVA at that 7th spot. Kava right now with 10 eliminations total, feeling super, super good. So, man, Kava putting on a performance, especially like you said earlier, after getting eliminated pretty early in that last match.
Yeah, that's the story of the game for me, is just their resurgence and bouncing back from being eliminated relatively early in the last game, and just going on a tear, already finding themselves 10 eliminations as a squad, which are very valuable at this point in the game and might make the difference between a final placement in the playoffs. Rotating now to the Demons Dojo. Again, we just see a lot of our remaining 6 squads pushing towards the final circles. Well, again, we're only halfway, but it seems like it's a final circle with how much action going on, but it looks like we have another squad pushing up as well. And no, it seems like the interaction was avoided between those two teams, with this squad just choosing to drive their car around, and we'll see what they eventually decide to do, because it seems like they're circling back, so we could have a fight between this Wava squad and the Kava squad, and it seems like it definitely is happening as Spooky takes shots at that squad in the car.
Oh, Echo back in a very sticky situation here. This would be huge for these Kava players if they're able to take down these two and kind of split this Wava 1 team.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And leave them with only 2 players left.
Yeah,
but
it seems
if
like
you
the
look at
other
the
players are
minimap,
pushing
we have
up.
the other 2 players rotating in, yes.
And they're coming around to the other side,
Oh my
so now
gosh.
it's the Kava team just sort of pinned in the middle. And we'll see as this fight develops who's able to take the win.
What a play call.
Yeah, excellent teamwork and help to be able to rotate in there. Yoshi taking pretty big damage, and another player really, really low. What a crazy fight. And Spooky already seeming to make the call to try and run. So it seems like the Kava team is sort of just conceding this fight, but Nate's sort of left alone as the last person in this huge build battle. And I'm sure they are, yep, eliminated. So 2 of the Kava players, at least 2, able to get away with 2 of them, or maybe 1, not sure if it's a visual bug. Yeah, it seems like just 1 knocked. So not the worst situation to be in, but you're definitely not 100% happy. But if we take a look around the map right now, there is 1 squad there, 1 there, 1 there. So both Wava squadrons in relatively, well, not even just the Wava squadrons, but a lot of our final 6 teams fighting now, and more fighting between this Wava squadron and Kava squadron right now over here.
On it was some huge, great shots to knock one of those Wava players, but unfortunately was not able to convert any of that into an actual elimination here. But and then even more unfortunate, they do end up getting dropped there at the end. I'm sorry, over the last couple seconds, and fully eliminated. So this Kava squad, only 2 players strong here now, with 6 squads remaining. I do believe it's Kava, both Wava squads, 1 of our K12 PA squads, and I'm not sure who the other 2 teams are at this point in time. Does look like both K12 PA squads are up, and this Arva squad, who ran into one of our teams earlier and was down to 2 players, has made a resurgence. They are 3 strong, playing for these placement points. Incredible plays by them here thus far.
Yeah.
Not any eliminations, but just the fact that they're able to bring it back is incredible. Going back to a fight here, though, Cryptophoenix down to 8 HP, stuck in this storm. They are not feeling good. They're going to get dropped here. And Jose, the lone man, up. I do believe. I spoke out of turn there, actually. Sorry. Jose still up, though, for their squad, knocking Exos, which is a huge knock to have. But a lot of players stuck in storm here, and it's a sticky situation for many of them.
Yeah, 100%. One thing I'm interested in is not a lot of teams, in at least from what we've seen in playoffs, have gone for sort of the heal-off victory, if you're familiar with that, where they sort of sit in the storm.
Yes.
And maybe it's because we never make it to the final moving circle, but at least that's something I would consider. But it seems too far gone at this point, as almost every single squad, it seems like, is in this little choke area around Demon's Dojo, with the circle just getting smaller and smaller and closing in. So it seems like the final game will be concluding relatively soon with the amount of action we've been seeing so far.
Oh, that is for sure. Man City, unfortunately, in a very sticky situation, does get taken down by Exos. Really good shots there from that player. Um, and they are going to rotate onto them to get the full elimination.
Yeah, 100% Spooky knocked and eliminated.
Urakuda on the other side getting taken very, very low. Yoshi for Kava right on top of Kane from the Waba 2 team. And here we go. We see Exos flying in. Gonna take some nice shots. Gary, though, staying up. We'll get a nice shot onto Exos, but Exos feeling okay at 100 HP here. Getting shot through their wall, though. Jax comes in to save them, however, and this Wava 1 squad is looking very good, primed to take the second game as well here, as they are still a strong team of 4 in this one. 4 squads remaining, 10 players left.
Yeah, close to the end here. Billionaire being knocked as well. We are inching close to the end of our final game. And just what an insane amount of action we have seen in this final game. I am even surprised by it. It is way more than I personally was expecting. As Exos just continues to push down this Wava squad. But look, the storm is closing in now. So
Jax
this
is coming in too.
is dangerous, especially all these squads choosing to push down this big hill and potentially give up the high ground, which it seems 2 of those Wava players are holding. But we have Striker over on this side. I'm interested to see what happens. It seems like they're still rotating in from the storm, just on the different side. And I'm not sure how much. It seems like they are maybe a solo. Yeah, they are a solo.
Yeah, they are.
So 2 solos now and a full Wava squad. It seems like this Wava squad is in prime position to find the victory, but maybe one of these players can find that sort of heal-off victory, but it doesn't seem to me like Striker has enough heals to be able to do it, or Madman. So we will see how it unfolds, and it looks like Striker has been found and is getting it closed in on. But still sort of eluding them, but will be eliminated, finding that second place placement for their squad. Nothing to scoff at, but Madmen now the last player surviving against a full squad of 4, and we will see if they are able to make the unsurmountable happen. But no, the Swava team was just too strong, and they take the victory again, I believe, with 25 eliminations for their squad. So crazy points, and I'd be very surprised at this point if another team was able to surpass them in the playoffs.
Yes. Oh man, what a crazy game number 2 we saw there. Wava won with just some incredible play all playoffs long, winning both games here today. 25 eliminations here in this second one. Just awesome gameplay from them. But that game too was something special to watch there, Cameron.
Yeah, that indeed it
special
was.
Indeed.
It was. So let's take it to our cameras because the game is over. Here we are. Finally get to see our beautiful faces. But, oh, I didn't even click it yet. Now, here we are. Yeah, what an insane game it was. Both of these games today, just tons of fighting and action, which I'm surprised because I think even though there were a ton of eliminations, obviously, in our first week of playoffs, which we were able to fully stream, I feel like they progressed a little bit slower than we saw today, whereas today it was just non-stop fighting, eliminations, and action after, what seemed to be only 1 or 2 minutes into each game.
That is for sure. Lots of crazy, quick action coming out today, which is something that maybe we weren't fully expecting. It being the final day of the fall season Fortnite, the last day of playoffs. These teams not slowing it down and waiting for the final circle, just going crazy, foot to the floor on the gas pedal and just pushing. So it was great games all around. I want to say real quick, GG's to all of our Fortnite players, everyone in our varsity playoffs, everyone that competed in the regular season, and same thing with all of our open players as well. Was probably the smoothest Fortnite season that we have had yet here at the K12 Esports League. And that's only possible because your coaches are so incredible and because y'all are so incredible. So, from the bottom of my heart, big thank you for such a smooth season. What an awesome playoffs that we did get to stream and watch from y'all. Just incredible all around.
Yeah, 100%. What an amazing playoffs. From me as well, thank you to everyone for making it seem very smooth. Not a ton of issues. We have, Fortnite's a tough game to do, especially any battle royale. So, how easy it was to get everyone into game quick and without too many issues this season was super appreciated from both of us. And congrats to all the teams again for what was a great season. And we're super excited to see what happens in spring and I'm excited to see who took it home today. Yeah, thank you again to everyone. It's been amazing, especially not just Fortnite, but if you're here from another game and participated this season, thank you to you guys as well. It was a wonderful season for all the games. Make sure to reach out to your coach about potentially participating in the banquet if you have not already. That should be a ton of fun. But, what a great time it's been. It's been amazing. And yeah, just can't say too much more than that.
Wow. So I will go ahead and close this out here. Banquet is tomorrow for our fall season 2024. Registration is for our players only. So if you are not a participant in the K12 Esports League, unfortunately, you will not be able to come. But information, all of your coaches have it. So if you have not gotten that yet, please hit them up. It is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Same time that our matches usually start. Super excited for it. It's gonna be a really, really fun time. And then just to close this out here, we will not know our winner for Fortnite until a little bit later tonight, potentially tomorrow morning, once everything has been calculated. But real quick, shout out to all of our winners thus far. Valorant, we did have the Baba Bees taking that win for the Valorant season. Smash Bros, Zynurx from Idaho ended up taking the win for themselves for this season. Rocket League, our varsity winners, were also the Baba Bees. And for the Open League, the INGDA 1 Rocket League team were able to take that championship. And lastly, for chess, big shout out to JC the Great, who changed their name to GG underscore checkmate from Kava, able to take that yellow bracket victory. That was our top 16 players. And then we ran another bracket, which was our 17th through 32nd player. And shout out to Oishviate, terrible chess player. Great name, because you're not bad at chess at all. Able to take that bracket there. So shout out to all of our winners for this fall season. Once again, we'll know Fortnite sometime later tonight or tomorrow morning. And shout out to just everyone involved, all the coaches, all the admin, all the players. Thank y'all so much. It's been a great season. We will see y'all in the springtime. Happy holidays.
True. Happy holidays.